Yeah. Then Reese Ifans, of course, is very good as Kurt Connors. I like that, even though we've seen stills or some of the bits of trailers for the Lizard, at some point they still managed to put him in the lab overcoat.
Yeah,
Because that's what he is in the comics. In
Right.
the comics, the Lizard is always in a lab overcoat and purple pants like the Hulk.
Right.
So, okay, no purple pants, but you still put him in the lab overcoat. I'm happy. I really am.
At least
seeing that.
it got to that point. Because when I first saw the picture, like, oh man, that isn't the Lizard.
Yeah.
He looks like some humanized Godzilla.
Yeah.
And heck, they even make jokes out of it in the
Yeah,
movie.
yeah.
But I thought Reese Ifans was pretty decent.
Yep. Yeah.
Not as strong a villain as, say, Doctor Octopus.
Yep. But I think, it helped with Alfred Molina. Really just pulled
Oh
off
yeah, he knew
Doc
that.
Ock. Alfred Molina was just such a good actor.
Yeah.
Strong presence and all of that. So I think he totally nailed Doc Ock. So he was probably the Spider villain that we're gonna compare all Spider villains
True.
to.
Yeah.
Even with Willem Dafoe doing the Green Goblin before,
Right.
you have to compare.
Yeah.
And Alfred Molina is the strongest one.
He's the strongest because you think about it, Willem Dafoe was more. He was really hamming it up.
Yeah.
He really hammed it up, and
Yeah.
it didn't help that having that Power Rangers costume.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I can only hope. This is not really a spoiler because if you watch this movie, you'll know that Osborn has a presence in this movie.
Yeah.
So I only hope when he comes around, when whoever they choose, they better make a good call on who this actor's gonna be.
Yeah. And I'm really curious about how he's gonna look like.
Right.
Are they gonna make him CG or are they gonna put him in a mask again? I don't know.
That's a hard one because there's two versions of the Goblin in the comic. The
Yeah.
Goblin's the armored one, and the other one is the mutated one.
Yeah.
But they've already done the mutated version in
with-
this movie.
with the Lizard.
So there's no point in going that.
So we'll see.
Yeah, as long as they just don't put that really awful Goblin costume again.
Yeah. And again, I really do like Andrew Garfield. I mean, this is a guy who I first saw in Social Network, like most people, and I eventually saw him after backtracking watching Doctor Who. So he's really British, yet he pulls off the American accent perfectly.
Yeah.
So Eva Green, you should take tips from what Andrew Garfield did because he speaks perfect American English without exaggerating. And he was very vulnerable. He was, he cried better than Tobey Maguire did, like you said, James.
Yeah, exactly.
And you felt the nervousness of being in high school and
Right,
awkward
the
and
awkwardness.
all of that. So I think Andrew Garfield really took this role and made it his own.
Yeah, I mean, I had doubts at the beginning.
Seriously,
I had
so did I.
doubts. I mean, even I thought he was a bit, even based on his work in Social Network, I felt he was like a bit of a milquetoast. But yeah, I could see how he could pull it off as Peter Parker, and he played it. He showed a Peter Parker that awkward, maybe a bit shy, but the type who was assertive.
Yeah.
There was even without the powers, he was able to stand up against Flash Thompson.
Yeah.
So
He had the science geek thing down also.
yeah, and he had the humor.
Yeah.
Nothing that
Quick wit.
Basically, he really pulled off what Spider-Man has to be. Which is a funny goofball with a killer comedic lines.
Yeah.
And he nailed it here.
Yeah.
I mean, there was comedy in the first three, but it wasn't a good. The lines weren't that great. They were like pretty much always cheesy lines. So
here they had that. Plus, we watched it. Both of us watched it in IMAX in 3D, and it really is. I end up saying this a lot when I watch in IMAX, but this movie was made for the experience.
IMAX worthy.
Spider-Man is supposed to be all limbs and flailing around in the air while swinging around New York.
Right.
And to see it in that big a format.
In that size, wow.
Holy, yeah. We said the same thing when we caught Ghost Protocol last year, and man, I mean, they're just films made for this format, and Amazing Spider-Man was made for it. And
but you have to make sure that you watch this in IMAX MOA.
yeah,
Don't watch it in North Edson. Do not watch it in South MOA.
Yeah.
Those are like they're not
like mini IMAXs.
Yeah, they're like IMAX.
Yeah. So here you really get the full range,
Right.
and you feel the size of the film, the strength. Of the film.
I got vertigo.
Yeah,
a bit in a couple of scenes.
Right, and so there, it helped that we experienced it that way. It helped that we're fans, and it's just a good movie. It's really just a good movie, and I really wanted to dislike this film.
Same here.
I wanted to, but I couldn't.
Yeah, I mean, what I like about this movie is they played it straight.
Mm.
I mean, it had none of that the idiocy of like the Sam Raimi movies. Because like he, the first one, it was when I watched the first one, the very first time, I had to admit I wasn't amazed. I wasn't.
Okay.
I was like, there were so many things that just bugged me
Okay.
about that first one.
Okay.
But when I watched it the second time around, for what it is, it's a good movie.
Yeah.
When it came to Spider-Man 2, I
That
love
was such a
Spider-Man
good
2.
film.
That was, I think, for me, one of the best Spider-Man movies ever.
Yeah.
It was able to like get to the core of Spidey and make all the action scenes dramatic. It got there. Spider-Man 3, there were some good.
No.
There were
No.
some good stuff for me.
No, there
For
was.
me,
No.
there were some parts that were good, but then, god damn, those jazz hands. Oh, those fucking jazz hands.
The hair and
Oh, I hate it. I hate
Topher
that.
Grace as Venom,
And
teeth.
it was awful.
Screw
They
that,
tried
yeah.
too hard. They tried too hard.
It
But-
became obvious that Venom was put on Sam Raimi and said,
Yeah, I agree there because like he came at the tail end,
he didn't want to put Venom there, so there.
but then basically there's something about Sam Raimi where he has to like put all these goofy touches to his movies. That's that's always bugged me. In this one, they played it straight. It even got borderline dark here.
Yeah.
Shades of Dark Knight in a way, but it worked.
It has to be a bit dark because, every good Spider-Man story has darkness.
Yeah.
Because
There's tragedy
he's always a
there.
tragic character.
Yeah.
If Spider-Man ends up happy, it's not a good movie for me.
Exactly. I agree.
There always has to be tragedy with Spider-Man.
Oh, it's got to have that emotional kick to it.
Yeah, there always has to be tragedy with Batman. It's characters like Superman who have to have a good ending. Spider-Man, there's always got to be tragedy. I think it was written into his DNA by Stan Lee.
Right, I agree
So-
there.
so there.
And it was I think they really did a good job with the script. They took their time, building the story up. I mean, I think maybe people might have gotten a bit bored, but then, it still compelled you. But then when he becomes Spider-Man, that's when it really
Yeah.
kicks it, right?
Right.
I mean, even the lines between Andrew Garfield and Emma Stone, they were really good lines. But what also helps is that they have actual chemistry. I mean,
Yeah.
the two are a couple already,
Yeah.
and you
Damn
can see.
you, Andrew Garfield.
Yeah.
Damn you. Yeah.
And you could see it. You could really see,
Chemistry developing.
chemistry going on there. And man, but Emma Stone, very amazing one.
I love seeing her in the boots, man. That was-
Oh yeah, I love seeing the miniskirt.
Yeah.
Like,
Miniskirt
wow.
and the boots. Even though she was an intern in Oscorp, she was still wearing the miniskirt and the boots. I was
It's okay,
Okay, sure, that's forgivable.
Probably the big boss figure day. She pulls out the miniskirt really well.
Yeah.
And let her keep it on.
Of course, there are stretches here like you wonder, so Spidey really has great spider knitting skills. Like he can make a costume that looks like that.
Yeah.